Okay, so for Mr. Miller's class today, we do have a new lesson, and it's going to be working some more with proportions and that sort of thing. So we'll go ahead and get started, guys. If you are ready with your Chromebooks and the lesson, go ahead and start taking notes. But what we've got is David uses 3 cups of apple juice for every 8 cups of grape juice to make his fruit punch. And so the biggest thing for us with proportions, as usual, is going to be paying attention to our labels and that sort of thing. So what we've got to start with is that we have 3 cups of apple juice and we have 8 cups of grape juice. So I'll use different colors to underline these different things. And we are asked to figure out the number of cups of apple juice David uses when he uses 24 cups of grape juice. And so again, we have 3 cups of apple juice for every 8 cups of grape juice. And so I'll write that out. So I've got apple. And again, I did that in blue. And I've got grape. I did that in red, so I'm going to keep it the same. And we've got apple juice over grape juice is how we're going to set our proportion up. So apple juice, we have 3 cups. Grape juice, we've got 8 cups. And so in our proportion, again, it's apple juice on top, grape juice on bottom. We are looking for how many cups of apple juice. And so again, apple juice was on top and it's blue. We don't know how many cups of apple juice David uses for 24 cups of grape juice. So again, this is how we set up our proportion, everyone. Very important to understand that what we're talking about here on top is all apple juice. So he's got 3 cups of apple juice for every 8 cups of grape juice. We are looking for how many cups of apple juice. And so that's our X value. And then in the denominator, we've got grape juice all the way across. And so we know that 3 cups of apple juice goes with 8 cups of grape juice. And we know that he's going to have 24 cups of grape juice going into this mixture. So now we straight up do our cross multiply and divide situation like we've done before. And we end up with 3 times 24 is equal to 8 times x. And so 3 times 24 is 72. And 8 times x is 8x. And then lastly, to solve this thing, we are going to go ahead and divide by 8. And that is going to give us 9 equals x. And so with proportions, the labels tell us what the answer means. And so going back to the top here, if we look at apple juice is what lines up with our x. And so the answer is that we will have 9 cups of apple juice because 9 goes with x and that matches our label. So cups of apple juice, again, everyone, is going to be 9. All right, on to the next. I'll pause this for a moment so you and your teacher can pause this if you need to. Number 2, Zach uses 3 cups of tea. So let's go ahead and figure these out. So 3 cups of tea will be our blue. Every 5 cups of lemonade. So 3 cups of tea goes with 5 cups of lemonade. And to make a special lemon tea drink, how many cups would Zach need if he used 40 cups of lemonade? And so cups of tea I've already done as blue. So we're looking for how many cups of tea. And if he used 40 cups of lemonade. So again, reading through this problem again, we've got Zach uses 3 cups of tea for every 5 cups of lemonade. So we will have tea in our numerator and lemonade in our denominator. And so we will have 3 tea, or 3 cups of tea. I'll go ahead and set my proportion up here. For every 5 cups of lemonade. And we are looking for how many cups of tea. And so again, t is our numerator, so we don't know how many, so that's where our variable is going to go. We will put x there. And he's using 40 cups of lemonade. So 40 is going to go in our denominator. And so if we were to cross multiply this and divide, we would have 3 times 40 is equal to 5 times x. And so 3 times 40 is 120. And 5 times x is 5x. So to finish this off, we will divide by 5. And we will get 24 is equal to x. And so the answer 24, what does that mean? Well, if we look back at what x is, again here at the top, t is matched with x. And so since t is matched with x, 24 goes with t. And so the number of cups of tea he would need would be 24. So if he's going to make 40 cups of lemonade, if he uses 40 cups of lemonade, he will need 24 cups of tea. Okay. I'll leave that there again for you if you and your teacher need that. And we'll move on to the next. So, one moment. Number 3. Again, with all these, we know that we're going to be setting up a proportion, but let's go ahead and read through the problem. Kim uses 56 inches of fabric to make 8 dishcloths. Enter the length in inches Kim would need to make 21 dishcloths. So we've got, it sounds like a couple different labels here. We've got, she uses 56 inches of fabric to make 8 dishcloths. And so again, the colors is kind of helpful to me to help keep everything organized. And so enter the length in inches. So we're looking for inches. Kim would need to make 21 dishcloths. So again, I've got inches in blue and dishcloths in red. So for our proportion, we will go ahead and put inches on top. And, or in the numerator, and dishcloths in the denominator. So I'll go ahead and set my proportion up first. So we've got Kim uses 56 inches to make 8 dishcloths. So 56 goes with inches and 8 goes with dishcloths. How many inches, or enter the length in inches, we don't know that, so that's going to be our x value. Kim would need to make 21 dishcloths. So 21 goes with dishcloths again. So we've got everything, all of our labels match and all of that. So we can go ahead and do the cross multiply and divide situation. So we will have 56 times 21 is equal to 8 times x. And if I do the math here on the side really quick, 56 times 21 is 1,176. And 8 times x is 8x. So to find the x value, what we need to do for both sides here is divide by 8. And that's going to give us 147 on the left side there is equal to x. And so the number of inches that she would need for 21 dishcloths is 147. Okay, I will leave that there for you and your teacher. And we're on to the next. So Mary can sew 4 pairs of pants in 0.4 of an hour. It's kind of a weird way of saying that. Enter the time in hours it takes Mary to sew 25 pairs of pants. So we've got, it looks like 2 things here. We've got hours and we've got pants. Those will be our 2 labels. So reading again, Mary can sew 4 pairs of pants in 0.4 of an hour. So you can sew 4 pairs of pants in 0.4 of an hour. Enter the time in hours, and so that's going to be the red one because it matches ours. It takes Mary to sew 25 pairs of pants. And so what we're going to have is we will have 2 labels, pants, and we will have the number of hours it takes her to do that. So hours. And it doesn't matter which one we put in the numerator and which one we put in the denominator, as long as we stay consistent across the whole problem. So since I put pants in the numerator already, my pants need to stay in the numerator throughout the whole problem, and hours need to stay in the denominator throughout the whole problem. So we will have 4 pairs of pants in 0.4 hours. And then we will have how long it takes to do 25 pairs of pants. We do not know how many hours that is. Now, this is a unique situation because our x is in the denominator, and that's okay. It looks a little bit different than the ones that we've done before, but the process is going to be exactly the same. Again, the biggest thing is making sure that whatever we have in the numerator matches all the way across, and whatever we have in the denominator matches all the way across. So again, we're just going to do our cross multiply and divide situation as we have before. So we've got 4 times x is equal to 0.4 times 25. And so if we do the math really quick here, we've got 4 times x is 4x. And then 0.4 times 25 is 10. And so we will go ahead and finish this off by dividing by 4 on both sides. And we get x is equal to 2.5. And so the answer here, everyone, is going to be that it takes 2.5 hours to sew 25 pairs of pants for Mary. So with that, I'm going to stop this video after number 4 here, and I will make a video for the remainder of these, but it will be up to your teacher whether or not they show that video, or if they have you work by yourself or with groups.